Alright, welcome back to this tutorial where we're going to explore Python GIS libraries. We use these to build interactive dashboards and visualizations, once more for Cameroon regions. We'll compare the libraries like Folium, Plotly, GeoPandas, Bokeh, and Panel. So we get to discuss the pros and the cons, as well as when to use which of them. By the end of this video, you'll get to know which library can be used for your next GIS, Geographical Information Systems project. So let's dive in. Now, in previous projects, we've used quite a number of libraries. In this project, we are going to visualize towns and regional statistics in Cameroon using different Python GIS libraries. We'll cover Folium, which is for interactive maps, Plotly, which has choropleth maps and charts, GeoPandas for geospatial data manipulation and static maps. We're also going to look at Bokeh for custom interactive visualizations, as well as Panel for building dashboards with multiple components. Each of these libraries has their own strengths and weaknesses. We'll discuss them, and we get to use them to also discuss which to use in the best case. Now, let's get started with Folium. Folium is a great library for creating interactive maps using leaflet.js, which is a JavaScript library. It's easy to use and integrates well with Python. Now, here's how you create a map with Folium. You get to import Folium, for instance, and you get to assign the map with its location and how you like it to be zoomed from the initial stage, and assign that to a variable, say Cameroon map. We add markers to the towns, probably iterating through our town's DF data frame, that is, which is created from pandas. For each of those towns, we're going to set markers based on their latitude and longitude. The pop-ups, we can include information from the regions and the town or city rows, as well as a tooltip. Once all of that is done, we add those markers to the base map which we created in the first place. That's about it. We get to save the map and we're good to go. We can then view that as an HTML document standalone. Now, what are the pros? As you can see, it's very easy to use and highly interactive in terms of the map's functionality. It's really good for quick visualizations per se, but you get limited to using just maps. You can't use charts or other widgets, and it also requires that you use additional tools if you're going to add this to a dashboard. For our recommendation, I would prefer you use Folium for quick and interactive maps, or when you need to embed a map in a web page. That's about it for Folium. Next up, Plotly. Now, Plotly is a powerful library for creating interactive charts and maps. It lets you create a choropleth map to visualize pass weights by region. We've seen this before in other projects, so we're just going to show you the code quickly, and I'll encourage you to watch the other videos as well to see how it's built completely. Now, the pros of using Plotly include having this highly interactive and customizable library, and being able to support a wide range of charts and maps. They are also very great for dashboards, but they require some learning for advanced features, and they are not as powerful as the next one we're going to look at for geospatial operations, which is GeoPandas. So we get to recommend the use of Plotly for interactive dashboards, which will need you to use both maps and charts. Next up, let's talk about GeoPandas. GeoPandas actually extends Pandas, which is a very popular library. They extend Pandas to handle geospatial data. It's great for data manipulation and creating static maps. And here's how you create a map with GeoPandas. You need to import GeoPandas, give it an alias to save yourself some trouble. You also get to import matplotlib and also give it an alias. Now you need to load a shaped file for the particular country or region that you're looking at, and then merge that with the regional statistics. Once everything is in place, you can now plot a choropleth map, provide a title, and display it. And that's about it. Now, the pros of using GeoPandas include its power for geospatial data manipulation, as well as its integration, which is seamless with pandas. Also understand that they are great for static maps and for geospatial analysis. But they are not interactive out of the box, and they're going to definitely need some additional tools for you to use them with dashboards. We do recommend that you use GeoPandas for data manipulation and for static maps. Next is Bokeh, which is a library for creating custom interactive visualizations, and it lets you create both bar charts and it does let you create a bar chart with Bokeh. Now, the code again, very straightforward. You need to import Bokeh and the particular classes, in this case plotting or the models. You create a data source, create a figure, and also add your bar charts before you can display it. Benefits of using Plotly or advantages include the high customizability, the support for real-time data updates, and it's very great for a standalone visualization. But you do have a steeper learning curve, and you do also require additional tools if you're going to use it for a dashboard. We do recommend that you use Bokeh for custom interactive visualizations or for real-time data. Now, one more to go. Panel, which is a library for building interactive dashboards. So it does let us combine our Folium map, Plotly charts into a panel dashboard. So simply import panel, create that panel dashboard, and create different panes. Maybe a pane for markdown for the title, another pane for the Plotly figure, and another pane for HTML content as well as the widgets. Once all of that is done, you can serve the dashboard and you're good to go. So, beneficially, you can see how easy it is to use. It integrates very well with multiple visualization libraries, and it's great for dashboards that have multiple widgets. Unfortunately, it has limited customization compared to Bokeh, and it requires additional setup for you to be able to deploy it. Now, we do recommend you use Panel for building dashboards that have multiple components. Now, that's all we have for now, but guess what? There is more in the next video. But for now, we were limited to just exploring Python Geographical Information Systems libraries, GIS libraries. We use these to build interactive dashboards and visualizations for common regions. Now, each library has its strengths, and the best choice depends on your project needs. But you can also find complete code and data sets in our description below, and other videos that have gone more in depth in each of these libraries. If you do enjoy our videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Get that notification bell spun around so that the next video we pop out, you're going to be the first one to watch and like. Thanks for watching, and as you already know, it is Vitus DK.